If you're under 30, there's one invisible mistake you're making right now. It doesn't look dangerous. It doesn't feel painful. In fact, it feels completely normal. But 10 years from now, you'll realize it quietly stole your future. Before we continue, if you're tired of surface-level motivation and recycled self-help, welcome to Daily Deep Psychology. Here, we don't chase temporary motivation. We decode the hidden psychology behind success, discipline, attraction, and human behavior, so you can change your life from the inside out. Subscribe and turn on the bell, because one idea can change the direction of an entire life. Now, let's begin. The terrifying part, almost everyone is making it. Most people believe life falls apart because of one bad decision. It doesn't. Life changes because of thousands of tiny decisions made on autopilot. One skipped workout, 1 hour of scrolling, one uncomfortable conversation avoided, one opportunity postponed. None of them look important until one day, you wake up living a life you never meant to create. And this is why your 20s are far more dangerous than your 30s. When you're young, you think you have unlimited time, so you trade today's effort for tomorrow's fantasy. I'll start next month. I'll save money later. I'll fix myself after this phase. But time never announces when it's leaving. It simply disappears. The biggest enemy in your 20s isn't failure. It's unconscious living. Here's something nobody tells you. You don't become successful by adding more goals. You become successful by removing distractions. Look around. Everyone is chasing everything. A better body, more money, a relationship, a business, content creation, investing, networking, learning 5 new skills at once. Busy, but going nowhere. Because focus creates power. Scattered attention creates exhaustion. A divided mind builds a divided life. So ask yourself, what if your next breakthrough doesn't require doing more, but doing less? Now let's talk about something deeper, something most people spend years running from. Your past. Many people think they're lazy. They're not. They're emotionally overloaded. Every unresolved disappointment, every rejection, every betrayal, every promise that was broken, doesn't disappear. It quietly becomes the voice inside your head, the voice that says, "Don't try. You'll fail again. They're better than you." So every new opportunity feels heavier than it actually is, not because the future is scary, but because the past is still driving the car. Healing isn't becoming softer. Healing is taking your life back. Have you ever noticed how silence makes some people uncomfortable? The moment they're alone, they grab their phone, music, videos, games, anything. Not because they're entertained, because distraction is easier than self-confrontation. Modern life gives us endless escape routes, but every escape delays the person you're supposed to become. The strongest people aren't those who never feel pain. They're the ones willing to sit with it until it teaches them something. And that's where real confidence begins. Here's another truth. People judge your appearance long before they judge your character. You may not like that, but reality doesn't care about opinions. The way you dress, the way you stand, the way you speak, the energy you carry, all of it tells a story before you ever open your mouth. This isn't about expensive clothes. It's about self-respect. Because when you start treating yourself like someone valuable, other people slowly begin doing the same. Not immediately, but consistently. Now let me ask you something. If someone secretly recorded your daily habits, would your future look predictable? Because success isn't hidden in motivation. It's hidden inside routine. The small decisions nobody applauds. Reading instead of scrolling. Saving instead of spending. Training instead of complaining. Sleeping instead of escaping. These choices look boring today. They become extraordinary 5 years later. Your future remembers every habit your present ignores. Let's talk about money. Not because money buys happiness, because money buys options. Freedom isn't waking up rich. Freedom is having enough choices that fear no longer controls your decisions. Too many people earn more, only to spend more. The paycheck grows. So does the lifestyle. And suddenly they're trapped inside a life they can't afford to leave. Real wealth isn't looking successful. It's becoming difficult to control. Because people who don't need approval can't be manipulated. Ask yourself, are you building freedom or just financing appearances? Now, relationships. One of the hardest lessons you'll ever learn is this. Not everyone who leaves your life is a loss. Sometimes they create space. Space for discipline. Space for growth. Space for peace. You don't become stronger by chasing people who walked away. You become stronger by becoming someone impossible to ignore. Stop trying to convince people of your value. Increase your value instead. Your actions will introduce you better than your words ever could. There's one final lesson, maybe the most important one. Life feels fast because most people are never fully present inside it. They rush through mornings, rush through conversations, rush through meals, rush through years. Then suddenly they're 30, wondering where their 20s went. Presence isn't spiritual advice. It's practical power because you cannot change a moment you never truly noticed. So slow down, look around, feel the weight of this day, this conversation, this opportunity. Because today's ordinary moment might become tomorrow's greatest regret. You don't need another motivational video. You need one honest decision, one habit, one promise you'll refuse to break. Your 20s aren't supposed to be perfect. They're supposed to build the person who can handle everything that comes after. So don't waste them trying to impress people who won't even remember your name. Build a life your future self will thank you for. If this changed the way you see your own journey, subscribe to Daily Deep Psychology. Because every week, we don't just challenge your mindset, we rebuild it.